Now, I imagine you don't throw these things out and just go like, "Hey, turn it on." What sort of testing are you doing? Are you doing any simulations, anything like that? These are really kind of noisy environments, especially with voice involved.
Yes. Yes. So it was interesting because, like, you need to move fast and innovate, but reliability is the ultimate currency here. Ultimate. It's how you get adoption. It's how you get customers to use it. And so we're always thinking about reliability and reliability in the lens of like a customer, using the agent. And so, there's things that we do in the agent build, best practices, actually taking a really, really long prompt and breaking it up into small tasks. So I like to joke that an AI agent is a lot like my husband. If I give him 5 things, maybe he does one. Maybe. And if he does 2 or 3, they're probably wrong. Forget about it. Uh, so, one of the things that we do is we take that long prompt and develop like mini helper agents that make sure that, the agent does exactly what it's supposed to do and does all 5 things. So there's a bunch of things in the build phase that help with reliability. But then, you know, just like you wouldn't take a human agent and before training them and practicing with them, throw them out, to make like answer calls. You don't do that with an AI agent. And the cool thing is you can simulate like thousands of conversations, right? I mean, we can create a, angry Polish customer and a happy Italian customer and, every edge case and everything in between. And that significantly increases reliability and getting agents ready for prime time. So that is kind of the second step in our agent life cycle is the simulations part.
Now, you guys keep iterating on this product, improving it, improving it, improving it. How are you dealing with the flood of startups and that have this kind of AI wrapper around them, coming and probing at your customers, going, "Hey, we can do that piece better. We can do that piece better."
It comes down to reliability, and I'm like, hey, put us to the test. Like, let's test authentication. Let's test, tool calling on their voice agents. Let's test latency in a production environment. Um, I joke that like voice is so sexy to demo, especially if you're doing like some of the lightning fast models, right? And I joke it's like Matthew McConaughey, like, all right, all right, all right, and he's joking and this and that. And then like you put it in production and it's like Jack Black. What the hell happened? So I think it's just making sure that customers understand, like, you don't want Jack Black. So the things you need to test are authentication. You need to test tool calling accuracy. You need to test latency, but latency like in production because it's easy to have a demo that sounds like Matthew McConaughey.
Well, he's one of the most, I think, sampled people in the world. But I think I need to call more. I need to call that Fortune 2000 and see if anybody's putting in the McConaughey voice.
Yeah, yeah.
I think he just patented his voice or something. He was one of the first to either.
You should, because it's a very recognizable voice.
Yeah, I think he did. It was either patent or a trademark on his voice, and I think it was him and another actor. Now we're entering this world, and you guys are helping. Where we're getting to this kind of agent to agent interaction, which scares me a little bit. Um, I can see it from the customer or from the kind of the enterprise side of, this is going to be coming at me. What is it going to look like for the consumer side of me being the consumer of one of these products, and calling in, and what do you see that kind of, what do you see that market looking like in 5 years as we kind of expand this, kind of personal agent or digital twin kind of concept?
I think it's highly dependent on like what the service is. More transactional things, change my hotel, this, that, and the other. Already booking a reservation, changing a reservation, for dinner, and that's already like happening. So I think those are kind of will be no brainers. Hey, I need to talk about my finances and saving for kids' college. I don't know. We'll see. You might do 1 or 2 conversations, with an AI agent or have your AI agent pull a bunch of data, but then want to talk to someone. So I think it's going to be a blend. I do think that it's sort of like and this has been happening since the internet is customers are more and more informed and opinionated. I think we need to watch out that they're not misinformed. And that's, it's part of marketing's job, obviously getting the word out, but they're just going to be more and more informed. So I think that when it does come to like a human conversation, the degree of skill level of the folks on the other end handling that is going to have to be high.